Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom?
Let's talk about our childhood. No, I'm not suggesting I'm about to delve into my personal childhood experience, even though that might happen in the future. Let's talk about childhood, how it stays with us. I would venture to say that most people went through some traumas in their childhood, maybe the most horrible, had stifling experiences, were put in impossible situations where they were never good enough, were never taught the right way. You know, when you go through these things, your inner child stagnates and doesn't grow, even though you grow and your mind grows into an adult. But you may still have that inner child in there who's never gone through the spiritual soul therapy that it needs to catch up to your body and your mind. You may not know how to do it, how to process it, especially if you're a victim of any gaslighting, you know, and this is cyclical. The parents that did this to their kids, they went through it, the abandonment, the abuse. So what do we do? As an adult, you can find yourself having that mind of a child who never was taught and doesn't know how to get through it. Well, you can do self-therapy. You talk to that inner child. If you don't know how to do it, you start to do it, and you talk to inner child. And if they throw a fit and your inner child and yourself, you start to self-sabotage, you parent yourself the way that you would have wanted to be parented, to have things explained, to be shown the right way to do things, and to be comforted and made to feel that your parents were proud of you when you accomplished it. And when you failed, to show yourself the right way, to not constantly be bombarded with this thought of, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I'm never going to get over this. It's a scary place to be, and I feel like 90% of the world is in that place, especially in the West. And I by no means have perfectly put this into practice. I've just begun to, and I don't succeed every day. Still sometimes self-sabotaging, letting depression and loneliness, feelings of worthlessness just bombard me. But you do it day by day. Give it over to God. Keep going forward. And give yourself the credit. If you're trending upward, you're growing. You know? If you are headed in the right direction, you'll know. And keep going. You're gonna stumble. You're gonna fall. You're gonna meet failures. You're gonna get down on yourself. But don't stay in that place. Teach that inner child to grow up with you. Parent that inner child in the way that you may have not been parented. And if you know somebody who's going through this process, help them. Give them kindness, give them encouragement. Most of us spend our whole lives being belittled and tormented. We don't need it as an adult. There's a big difference between encouragement and straightforward talking than there is belittling and stifling someone's growth. We're all on different paths. We're not all the same vehicle. We don't have all the same engines and gears. We're all unique beings who came from an infinite source of life, made uniquely. And if you're one of those people who is the one who's stifling, is the one who is feeding off of them, I pray that you can recognize it and change. And if you're someone too who, as you're growing and as you're parenting yourself and growing, if there are people who you thought were there for you and thought were on the path and they leave, abandon you, turn on you, don't point that inward. Maybe those vampire-ish, narcissistic, I need to find better words, maybe those wrong people, wrong for you, have realized that you're not a source of food for them anymore, and therefore have moved on, and be thankful for that and go through the loss. But realize that that loss could be a blessing. Many things that we suffer in this life is for our growth. It's just the nature of this existence. Let's help each other. Let's help each other go through this together, because the goal is the next life, is the next place. The goal is almost legacy, because without a legacy, you just become a memory. And sometimes we just become forgotten. Don't forget yourself. Don't forget that you are growing. You are moving forward. And if you need help, go to those who are genuinely love and care about you. And if you don't have any humans that you feel are like that, then go to the one who made you. Alright? You can always reach out to me and do whatever I can, even though I'm going through my own hellish reality right now. I know it's not forever, and in the end, it's what's best for me, even though I can't see it, and it could be the same for you. But don't give up. I love you.